Well, hello again and welcome to In the Kitchen with Mommom. I'm going to make a really easy recipe. If you remember back in episode 2, we made meatballs and I made the sauce. Well, this is just another item that you can add to your sauce. So we're going to get started right away, and it's going to be a really quick dish that you can add to the sauce while you're making it. What it is it's called Braciola. It's Italian rolled steak. So all you have to do, you get a piece of nice round steak. See, that's about the size I usually use. And the first thing I do when I get it is I cover it. I have certain towels, or actually it's a napkin that I cover it with. And then I have a meat mallet. And I actually pound the steak until it's the thickness that I want, because it has to be on the thinner side because you're going to roll it. Let's get started. I'll show you how I do this. It also tenderizes it a little bit. Now that looks pretty good now, okay? It thinned it out a little bit, just enough so that I can roll it and it's not going to be so thick that it takes forever to cook. A little bit of fat in there is not a problem, because guess what? It just makes it taste better, that fat flavors. So we're going to start very simply with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, okay? Make sure you get the one from Italy, okay? Because that's the best kind to have. So we shake it on there. Notice I'm just covering the steak. You know what I'm going to do? Watch this. I'm going to take a little bit and just shake it in there like this, because it was just taking too long to do it the other way. All right, I have a recipe, but you do what you like. You can almost see it looks like it's snow covered. A little bit of salt, that's also discretionary to your liking. Pepper, always use more pepper than you can imagine, because it makes it taste so much better, and it's soaking in the sauce. Now I'm using parsley flakes. My mother always used fresh parsley. I'm just using parsley flakes. No harm in it, let me tell you. I've been doing that for a long time. So now I take my garlic. I have a garlic press, and I press the garlic, and I cover the steak with garlic. So I make sure it's well covered, okay? And if you don't have a garlic press, get yourself one, because this just makes your life a whole lot easier. And then I actually just put a little bit of olive oil in there. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Now I pre-cut my strings. These strings, I have a heavyweight thread that I use. You can also use a lightweight string if you want. You don't want anything real heavy going into the pot. So now, for the braciola, which is actually rolled steak, we just roll this thing up, hold it tight, almost like you're doing a burrito or something like that, but I don't fold the sides in because then it gets way too thick. Then you take your strings that you pre-cut, always pre-cut them. Now I make nice little bows, and I'll tell you why. When this is in the pot, if I have nice little bows in it, it makes it easy to grab out of the pot and then slice up, okay? Now, sometimes for my family, I might cut this in half before I cook it, and so it's not so thick. And then when I put it on the plate at dinner, it's much easier to split up. But this is how it really should be done. So next thing I do, put a little olive oil on the baking dish, put my rolled steak in there, then a little bit more olive oil. I love my olive oil. And guess what? It's ready to go in the oven. And if you followed that recipe that I have in episode 2 for the sauce, and you leave out the meatballs and sausage and you just want to do this, this has enough flavor to flavor that sauce. So if you do like that little bit of spice, add a couple hot sausages to your sauce. So I'm going to bake this. It's going to bake about 30-35 minutes, and then we'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, well, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Mommom yet again. We took our little 35-minute break. We baked the Braciola. I wanted to give you an idea what it looks like And usually I cook many of these. This is just for today. I already have some already cooked. And this is what it looks like. It's nice and brown when it comes out of the oven. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the pot. And I'll show you how easy it is to put in the pot. Because you got these strings here, guess what? You can just pick this up and put it right in the pot. And you're going to let that simmer in the pot like you would for a regular sauce, maybe 2-3 hours. And when you go to cut it, it's going to fall apart. Just watch how well it just breaks right up. You see how good that is? You're going to love it. When you make this, I want your feedback. I want you to give me an idea how you like it. Because I've never had anybody sit at my table that didn't say, oh my gosh, that is so good. So here we are today with Braciola, which is rolled steak. Now, this is how I usually plate it when I put it on the table, and that's why I had it this way. I'll have my meatballs, my sausage, my Braciola. So I hope you are happy with it when you do try it and enjoy it. And please give me your feedback. And don't forget to subscribe and like. And you know what? Share with all your friends because I'm sure they'll be delighted with all the recipes they can pick up. All right? And we'll see you next month for In the Kitchen with Mommom. And have a good rest of this month. It's April, so beware of the April showers. Have a good one.